Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2 for the final time in Season 20. And today we have the final two league games of the season against Everton and Southampton. And I'm very pleased to tell you that today we could actually win the Premier League title. Before we discuss the ins and outs of how we could possibly win the title, we need to look at what's happened in between episodes. So you were last here for the 2-0 win to Derby and the 2-1 loss to Manchester United. Okay, so at the end of that last episode, I think we were 2 points behind Tottenham, and Tottenham had 2 games in hand on us. So if we wanted to win the title at that stage, we'd have to play extremely well. And to be fair, we haven't lost in between episodes. So Leicester, first up, a 3-1 win in that game. Gustavo, Agnew and Hart scoring the goals, securing 3 points for us. Magical. We then took on Tottenham Hotspur away from home, and it looked like we were going to be winning that game, to be fair. Then a man sent off where we scored a free kick to take ourselves 2-1 up in that game after Gustavo scored in the 9th minute to level up after they scored in the 6th minute. However, right at the end of that game, Tottenham pulled a goal back, which was a little bit frustrating to say we were on the cusp of beating Tottenham. If we had beaten Tottenham, we could actually be top of the table right now as well, which is slightly more annoying. But a draw against them was superb. Now, before we go on to the Brighton game, I just want to point out that the last time Bizu scored for us was in the 2-2 draw to Chelsea at the very start of February. In all of these games, he hasn't scored a single goal at all. All right? So we've just drawn to Tottenham 2-2. Bizu's now gone, what? How many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games without scoring. It's in a bit of a bad spell. How did he get back from that bad spell? It's by scoring 5 goals against Brighton. 5 goals against Brighton. Chris Hart gets one as well. But Bizu with 5 goals in that game in a 6-0 thumping of Brighton, which was absolutely superb. And then he also picks up a goal in a 2-2 draw with Tottenham Hotspur. Solanke got an own goal in there, which is unfortunate. They actually took a 2-1 lead against us after Bizu scored for us. But Andreas scored one in the second half to bring it back to 2-2, which was pretty good. But we've had a pretty good run of form, and those 6 goals scored by Bizu in those 2... He loves the end of the season, doesn't he? He loves the end of the season. And those 6 goals there, scored in those 2 games, has taken Bizu up to 29 goals in the league this season and 32 overall. He is the top scorer in the Premier League. He's now valued at £40 million, but still hasn't made a cap for Brazil. Surely it's a matter of time before he gets picked for Brazil. All in all, actually, 57 appearances and 41... You can't see it behind me. If I move my head out of the way, actually, you might be able to just see it above the microphone here. Lincoln United, 57 appearances, 41 goals. I mean, even at this stage last season, because he only started scoring goals in the final 2 games of last season. So at this stage last season, if you told me he'd get 41 goals in 57 games, I would have said you're lying, because I couldn't see it happening. But he has been absolutely superb this season. And today, coming against 16th place Everton and up against 10th place Southampton, if we want to go off last season where he scored 6 goals in last episode of last season, we could see him hit 35 league goals this season. Anyway, on to the table, which is the most interesting part. Now, as things stand, we actually have dropped down to 3rd place because if we look at this, Chelsea have been in absolutely incredible form, winning 4 of their last 5 games, whereas Tottenham have only won 1 of their last 5 games. So it's all bunches up quite nicely. However, none of us have got Champions League places yet, because potentially we could all fall out of the top 4, as Manchester United have got a game in hand on us. If they win that, they go on to 69 points, and they're only 3 points behind us with 2 games to go, and it's all pretty tight still. So, I mean, with 1 game to go, if we all win one of these games, we're going through. All we need is a point, actually. I think all we need is a point to secure a Champions League football next season, which is massive. Like, I didn't expect that at all. I'm so happy that we're still here. But if Chelsea lose and Tottenham lose, and we win both of our games, we will also go on to win the Premier League title. Now, Tottenham, they have got in today's episode, if we scroll right down to the bottom, they've got Leicester and West Brom. So really, they should be winning both of those games. But they have got Barcelona in between, which might scupper them. They might be too tired, sort of thing. I don't know. Chelsea, on the other hand, if we scroll right down, they've got Burnley and Man City. And Man City could beat Chelsea. So we've got a bit of a chance here. We've probably got the best opportunity, I think, to win the title, because I think both of these teams have potential to slip up. For us to win the title, though, we have to beat Everton and Southampton today. And the team taking on Everton today is a strong team. Solanke in goal with a backline of Doherty, Smith, Juliano and Klaassen. Agnew and Palmer in the middle with Gustavo, Hart and Chisa in the attacking field. And, of course, Bizu up front. No real rotation at all towards the end of the season. We've sort of stuck with the same lineup. But as long as we get some good results today, the Premier League is always going to be on hand. And first of all, really, we've got to be thinking a draw here today at a minimum guarantees us Champions League football next season, which is crazy. I might also add, actually, that if we win both our games today, we will finish this season off on 78 points, which is only 3 more points than we scored. We got 75 points last season, but finished down in 7th. So it just shows how difficult last season was. And actually, it kind of shows as well, we've not really improved that much this season. Because if we do win both games today, we'll be on 78 points, only 3 points more. So really, we've only turned 1 loss from last season into a win. So really, when you think about it, the progress we've made this season it's been negligible. Not much progress has been made. It's just that other teams have played worse than last season. Not that I'm complaining at all. I'm not complaining at all, because it puts us in the Champions League places. And actually, the 75 points we got last season, I think, will be good enough to get Champions League this season. So that 75 points ordinarily is good enough for Champions League, and we just got really unlucky last season, and even more unlucky that we didn't even get any European football. This time around, though, next season, we will be in European football. Whether that is the Champions League or the Europa League, we don't quite know yet, as we have to wait for results and things like that to come through. Potentially, we could drop down into 5th position, maybe even 6th position, actually, because I think City have also got a game in hand. Arsenal have got a couple of games in hand, actually, which I didn't notice, actually, either. So there is potential for us to drop out of the Champions League places. But with Chisa scoring the goal to open the scoring against Everton right now, we move up to 2nd right now on 75 points. I think Tottenham must be losing their game as well. Skip that. I don't care about that highlight. So Tottenham are losing to Leicester. Chelsea, though, where are they? They're beating Burnley 2-0. So we've really got to hope that City go and beat... I'd love it if City go and beat Chelsea. That would just be the cream on top of the cake. And especially if we end up... Imagine winning the Premier League. Because at this... Although we've had an incredible season... Never once have I thought we're going to win the league. I don't think I've even said it in an episode. I think I said it last episode, actually, but then we lost the game, didn't we, against United, and then we were 2 points off Tottenham, and then they had 2 games in hand as well. So I never really realistically thought we were going to have any chance of winning the Premier League. But if results stay as they are right now, going down to the final game of the season, we're going to have a chance of winning the Premier League. This really is a surprise title. Like, I just didn't expect it at all. Even when we had that incredible run of form at the start of the season, we weren't top of the table. We were 2nd most of that time anyway, because Tottenham were having such a good start to the season as well. So it never... And I always thought as well that we were going to drop down as Luis Gustavo grabs his 22nd goal of the season to make it 2-0, which is fantastic. But yeah, as I was saying, I always thought at some point we were going to drop out of form and drop out of the top 4 even, let alone out of the title race. And technically we did that in January, when we didn't win a game in January, apart from an FA Cup game against Kidderminster Harriers, which is... You know, if we'd lost that, that would have been a disaster, really. But January, February wasn't particularly good for us. And somehow we've come out the other side of that and we're still in a title battle. And it's I suppose it's a testament to how well we've played, but we've not really improved from last season. But it's also a testament to how crap everyone else has been. So thank you, everyone else, for being rubbish, as we've got a free kick. Smith over the bar. Now, I've also neglected to make substitutes whilst I've been talking to you about winning the title, as Palmer puts it in as his first goal of the season, David Palmer. He's been unlucky, actually, not to play, because Agni and Andreas have been superb all season in midfield. Palmer was sort of meant to come in to sort of rotate with them quite a lot, but those two played superbly well constantly, and it's been hard to displace them, really. So Palmer's had a difficult season, but finally getting a goal, which is good. It's a shame that Bizu's not picked up a goal today. I was expecting him to score a hat-trick today, which is a bit of a shame. He might grab one now, though, as Hart puts it back to Palmer. Palmer out to Doherty. Doherty in towards Bizu. It's sort of clear. Gustavo Bizu does get his 33rd goal of the season, his 30th Premier League goal of the season, and we've won this one 4-0 as it stands right now. I mean, we might win it by more, you never know. Also, I think our goal difference now must be like plus 40 something. We've really improved goal difference. That's been a big change for us. I think last season we got a lot of 1-0 wins. This season we've had a lot of 4-0 wins, 3-0 wins, things like that. We've also defended an awful lot better as well. We've not conceded as many goals. So our goal difference last season was only like plus 20 at the best. This time we're plus 45, I've just seen there. A 4-0 win goes a long way to helping that as well. And actually, we could actually win the title by drawing next game, because if Chelsea lose and we draw, we'll win the title on goal difference, providing Tottenham also don't win. But we've just got Champions League football, I've just realised as well. I completely forgot about that. 1 game to go. We are now more than 3 points ahead of Liverpool, more than 6 points ahead of City. We've got 2 games to play. So we've got Champions League football next season. We've qualified for the Champions League. I mean, I didn't even realise that. I was thinking about the title too much. But next season, we've got Champions League football. And not qualifying. I think we're going straight to the group stages as things stand right now as well. And to be fair, the best option I had at the start of this season, in my head, I was thinking, right, we've just got to get Europa League football. That's all I wanted, Europa League football. But now, we've gone one better. Champions League. For whatever reason, we didn't qualify for the Europa League last season. I don't quite know how we did it, how we didn't qualify. I was so disappointed with that. But if you told me that we'd have had Champions League, we qualified for the Champions League this season, if we could sacrifice it last season for Europa League, I would have said yes. And it's come true in a way. We've got Champions League football next season. I feel like this justifies it for you lot as well, because I felt bad that, you know, for sheer dumb luck and stupid reasons, we've not had European football the past 2 seasons when we should have done, really. And I felt bad for you guys watching, having to just sort of watch just Premier League, not like anything actually that exciting. But this time, we've got Champions League football, and I hope that makes it up to you guys. Thank you for like putting up with it as well without European football. We've been fighting, and the team have let us down. Well, the team haven't let us down really. There's sort of the just stupid situations have let us down. But this time, Champions League football. Already can't wait for us to lose every single game of the Champions League group stage. But here is the confirmation: we have qualified for the Champions League, which is crazy. And the board have set initial budgets for next season. Now, how big are these budgets going to be? We've got 1.0. Right, well, it's not actually that good, is it? 1.7 million, that's an increase. But last season we had 100 million to spend. This time only 60 million to spend. I mean, I feel a bit let down by that, actually. That was anticlimactic. What is good, though, Luis Gustavo doesn't want to leave the club anymore, because now we've got Champions League football, so that's pretty good. But I suppose actually thinking about those budgets, £60 million, still a lot of money. And when you consider actually, last season we got 75 points. This season we're currently on 75 points. We could hit 78 points and win the title, the Premier League title. Do we really need to improve the squad that much? Do we need to make that many transfers to improve the squad? Like, clearly we've got a squad that is capable of gaining Champions League football and winning a title. Although I do feel like this season is a bit of a one-off, because I feel like this is a low points total to win the Premier League. And I feel like a lot of the teams have done quite poorly. So a lot of factors are at play right now as well. But it's a team, clearly this season has demonstrated the team is capable. Oh no. Oh no. Right. They want me to do a team talk, a team meeting. Some words of encouragement ahead of our final Premier League fixture with the title at stake. Now, none of our players only want to top half this season. I said to them at the end of last season, I think we can get Europa League football. And they were like, no, we can't. We're not good enough for that. So if I say right now, go on, lads, win the title, they're going to go mental and be like, what? We shouldn't be doing this. If I say chill out, they'll be like, they'll do the opposite. Why have I clicked that? Okay. Right. No one expected us to win the title, so don't be concerned about any chance we have of winning it. You've all been fantastic. Let's just play it down. Shall we? Let's just play it down. To be fair, that's worked. I mean, I thought they might go a bit crazy saying, why are you playing it down? But it's worked. Okay, morale's boosted massively. Now go and watch us lose this 5-0. You can guarantee this kind of thing's going to happen. The team lineup then. The team lineup. Andreas is going to come back in instead of Palmer. But that's the team. That's the team to do it. We've just got to do our bit. We've just got to do our bit. Man City, please, lads. Please do us a favour. City v Chelsea for the title. Because please, Man City. Please. Right. Let's focus on our game. We can't talk about the Chelsea are already 1-0 up in their game because City, we've scored. Bizu. Right. Calm down, Tom. Let's watch this replay and then we'll talk about Chelsea. I think they've just gone 1-0 up in their game. So, what happens here then? Smith collects the ball. Right. Brill. Great ball forward. Goes over the top of their defender, and Bizu just slots it in. Easy stuff. 2 minutes into the game, we are 1-0 up. However, yes, Chelsea are also 1-0 up. So we can't get too excited. Andreas' goal is offside. It was a corner that came in. Bizu heads it down, and Andreas puts it in the back of the net, but it's offside apparently. So chill out there. So we're doing all we can right now. You know, we can't ask more than a win. And Chelsea are currently beating City. And, well, I mean, Southampton have now equalised, so that's a bit annoying. But, yeah, Chelsea's still beating City. Anyway, there's still 83 minutes to go into today's game, so let's not get too stressed about this. But I suppose if we do lose to Southampton, I will be quite annoyed. Up here, you may have just missed it, or maybe you didn't. Maybe I'm not quick enough, I don't know. But City have just equalised with Chelsea, so they're now drawing. So if they stay drawing, we have to win. But right now, Southampton... Oh, for God's sake, I knew this would happen. We can't get cross because we didn't expect to be in this situation, did we? But really, conceding goals like this, lads. I mean, who's this out of position? Smith, way out of position. And I mean, we'll go show some passion. We'll go a bit more attacking. Come on. Right, throw in for us. Klaassen. Cleared, but back to Klaassen. Back to Agni. Agni, back to Klaassen. In the middle. In the middle. Agni. Come on. Do something with it, lads. Hart. Back to Agni. Back to Hart. Andreas. Distance. Hits the crossbar or the post. One of the two. Bounces back down off it. And Tottenham are now winning their game because they've just gone up ahead of us. Bizu, to chase down this ball, won't win it. Their goalkeeper, though, risky ball. Putting the pressure on, lads. Come on, high press. We want this. Agni wins the ball. Andreas now. Luis Gustavo. Back to Andreas. Andreas into Bizu. Bizu. Shot saved. Corner, though, is still a highlight. As Chisa puts the ball in towards Bizu. Post. Gustavo. Disallowed. 2 goals disallowed now. Is this going to be it? Are we just going to have disallowed goals in today's game? We could be 3-2 up. I mean, I'm not really checking the offside rule that much. Just City are now beating Chelsea. This is the perfect opportunity for us. If we just get a draw now, if we draw, we could go on to win the title. This is why are we not winning? Come on, lads. Come on. Better than this. We've got a chance before half time as Klaassen wins the ball. Juliano into Klaassen. Up towards Bizu. Bizu wins the ball across to Luis Gustavo. Back of a net just before half-time. That one's not been disallowed. Gustavo's 23rd of the season. And look at that. Top of the table. As things stand right now, top of the table. Because City are still beating Chelsea. And it's half-time. We're 45 minutes away from winning the Premier League. And I can't believe it's actually happening. I just didn't think this was going to happen this season. Did not think this was going to happen at all, let alone this season. I didn't think it was going to happen at all in FM19. I didn't think we were going to build a Lincoln United squad strong enough to win the title before FM20 comes out. And yet here we are. As Doherty, right, don't score, please. Southampton, Smith cleared, Agni. Great ball up towards Bizu, who can't win it. Lads, slow this down. I mean, obviously I want to get a third to win. Well, we need to come off attacking, don't we, really? Okay, good save. Let's come off attacking. On to positive. We can't go too mental right now. City are still beating Chelsea. City are still beating Chelsea. City are still beating Chelsea. Now we could pause, please. Yeah, right. Okay, we could go down and play this. But I don't want to be too negative. Southampton already scored 2 goals. They're clearly quite good going forward. So I feel like we need to stay like this for now. Yeah, we need to stay like this for now. That could be very risky. We'll leave it until 80 minutes and then we might change. But then I think it could be too risky to change. I hate these situations. Chelsea are still losing. Chelsea are still losing 2-1. But we've been in this situation before, notably 2 seasons ago when we were trying to get Europa League football. Agne's been sent off. Okay, now this is the time to change and drop back. Gustavo back, Chisa back. I mean, we'll have to put Hart in the middle, won't we, I suppose? And he can come off for David Palmer. Like that. That's what we have to do for the rest of the game now. Defensive. That's 15 minutes we've got to play like this, and they've nearly scored from the free kick. As I was saying, we've been in this situation before, notably with West Brom, actually. We were looking to come 7th, weren't we, 2 seasons ago, and we thought we'd done it until West Brom scored a 94th minute winner in their game to then go ahead of us in goal difference, which was so frustrating as, okay, we've cleared the ball. Bizu, hold on to it. He's through. Bizu, if you score a goal now, he somehow scored the goal. His 35th goal of the season. It puts us now 2 points ahead of Chelsea, and Chelsea can equalise. If Chelsea equalise now, we're still going to win the title. Bizu, you have been the most beautiful man this season. Thank you to everyone in the comment section who told me not to sell him, because we didn't, and you guys have an influence on that. And he's just come up trumps this season, and we are now 5 minutes away from winning the title. Chelsea are still losing to City. Wait, hang on a sec, because we need to switch to the 3D match engine for this, because then we get to see things. We get to see like the celebrations, don't we, in the 3D match engine. Have we just gone and won the Premier League title? As the clock ticks down, have we just gone and won the Premier? I can't believe it. I literally cannot believe it. We've just won the Premier League title. And I didn't think this was ever going to happen. We've won it. The Premier League. With Lincoln United. And Chelsea lose it on the last day of the season. And Tottenham, after being top of the table for, I think, literally all but 2 or 3 game weeks, have come 3rd in the end. We've won the title. We've won the title. I just didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't think we'd actually get a squad strong enough to do it. But there's confirmation of it. We've won the title. And the thing is, what's mental, 78 points this season to win the title. Last season, we finished 7th on 75 points. All we've done is win 1 extra game. In fact, that's literally what it is. 23 wins, 9 draws, 6 losses. Last season, 22 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses. We've just turned 1 loss into a win. And that won us the title. I mean, I feel like, it's at the lowest points total we've seen. In fact, this is actually, if we were scrolling back, see every single season, you've had to have at least 80 points, 81 points to win the title. And yet we've just won it on 78. So really, in the grand scheme of things, we've been incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. But we've taken our chances and we've done it. Champions of England. So Lincoln lift the Premier League title on the final day of the season. We've won the Premier League. Gustavo's out for 5 to 8 days. Doesn't matter now. Agnew banned for a match for a sending off. We'll issue a warning just so we can keep the momentum going with our discipline. I don't know. Vinicius Jr. hails Lincoln United legend. Oh, he hails me. That's all right. I'm the legend, obviously, at the club. 36-1 odds at pre-season. We were actually favourites to come like 8th or 7th this season, so it's not like a massive jump, but it's still a very, very massive achievement for us. Board are ecstatic with me, obviously, as we've won a title. Amazing. Bizu praises me. Well, I'm praising you, Bizu. You've done absolutely incredible this season. The Brazilian boss at this match, watching Juliano, Gustavo and Bizu, he has to pick all of them, surely. How can he not? And we've just been given £47 million for winning the title and £4.7 million being paid out to the squad. Wow. Just wow. Oh, I've just got an achievement. Fantastic 5. What's that for? 5 players in Team of the Year. Huge. So 86 goals in a season is a new record for us, actually. which is pretty mental. That's massively mental, actually. That's well good. Record high for Lincoln United as well. Obviously, because 7th place, our previous highest finish. Bizu, Footballer of the Year for the Premier League. 32 goals in 36 appearances, 10 assists. He definitely deserves that. He also picks up the Players' Player of the Season, obviously, and Top Goal Scorer award, ahead of Mohamed Ben Ali with 27 and Gustavo in 3rd place with 19. That's mental. Oh, and it wasn't just 5 players in Team of the Year. It's 9 players in Team of the Year, as you can see here. Salinkia, Doherty, Gustavo, Agnew, Smith, Andreas, Klaassen, Chisa and Bizu with 2 Chelsea players in there. We'll take that. We'll take that every day of the week. I do feel a bit bad about this as well, actually, because I wanted to fast forward this season pretty much, because I thought we were only going to get Europa League football. We've seen Premier League sort of near enough Europa League football. I thought we need to just get through this season really quickly, so then next season we can get through all the Europa League stuff and we've got a few seasons in Europe. Because I didn't think we were ever going to win a title. And yet this is the quickest season that we've done. Only 5 episodes this season. I feel quite bad about that. We've ended up winning the title from it. But at the same time, I never thought we'd win the title. And we've only gone 3 points better than last season. So there's not really much difference to last season. So we've won it. I love that we've won it. But I do feel like you've missed out a little bit, and I feel really bad about that. 7 players called up for international duty, including Bizu, but not Luis Gustavo. Interesting. I assume it's for the World Cup, is it? Brazil scheduled World Cup, yeah. I hate to see that our Luis Gustavo has not been called up. That's quite frustrating, actually, because he deserves it. So Andreas is introduced to the Lincoln United overall best 11 with a lot of good players. Mason, Lee Phillip, Mel Goff, Gabriel Turek, McClement in goal, Watts at right back, Hunter, Taverny. I mean, that's an all-star team, that is. Bizu, overwhelmingly player of the season this year. Chisa with best goal, apparently. Klaassen, seen as the best signing, and of course, young player of the season is Bizu. Although at 24 years old, I'm not quite sure class as a young player anymore. An end-of-season team meeting. End-of-season team meeting. What do we say? Because we weren't expected to win the title. We weren't expected to get Champions League. I might just say, can we get Europa League next season? I've said Europa League next season, lads. Is that all right? And they've all said, yes, we can do that. So they all agree with me on that. Perfect morale going into summer. And pre-season to be decided. We'll do 5 weeks of pre-season. Wow. What a season we have had. So that then is that. Season 20. And a Premier League title. Next year, Champions League football. Now, I don't think we're going to win that one. I don't think we're going to come anywhere close to winning that one. We've been really fortunate and lucky this season. If we can ever come close to repeating this again with Lincoln United before FM20 comes out, that would be a miracle. But we've done it. A Premier League, and a very unexpected Premier League title. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have done, please go and drop a like on the video for me. Also, if you want to get FM20 for pretty cheap, there's a link down in the description. It's 2 games to pick that up pretty cheap. And maybe you can take Lincoln United in FM20 to win a Premier League title, because that would be mental. And of course, if you are new around here, please do subscribe for more action like this and plenty more stuff coming in FM20 that hopefully will be just as amazing as this. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.